Hello, everyone. Raymond Moore, Kilter Prepper. How's everybody doing? You're watching Coffee with Ray. So, had to make coffee this morning again in my percolator. But good coffee. As those of you know, I broke my French press yesterday and I was really bummed, and it made me late for the show because I didn't have any coffee for Coffee with Ray. So, um, but on Sundays, what I try to do on Coffee with Ray is share some scripture with you and share some insight and everything. And but this morning, what I wanted to talk about was family is the most important thing. And it's interesting with everything that's going on in our lives. If you don't know, um, last week I went out to see my brother, and he's basically has terminal cancer, and they've given him about a year and a half to live, maybe less. I don't know. And then my wife, she has polymyalgia rheumatica, which is an immune disease, and it just attacks the body like crazy. And some of the symptoms that she really suffers from is massive pain all over, primarily her joints and everything. And then also, she is just thoroughly exhausted. And so, um, have kind of some things going on in our family life and everything, but I wanted to focus on family because as preppers, it's important that family is first. It's the most important thing that we have, and it's primarily the major reason why we're preppers and everything is we want to make sure our family is prepared, or make sure our family's health and welfare is taken care of, and everything like that. And I've got a couple Bible verses to share with you today and just some insight and everything. And first one is Timothy 5:8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he has denied the faith and is worse than the infidel. And this is a verse that really means a lot to me. And not only is this geared towards husbands, but I also throw it out to the wives as well. What we need to do is we just need to make sure that we care for our family. And again, if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he's denied the faith and is worse than the infidel. And to provide for his own, we're not just talking about food, this, that, or other, but the love and caring and the gratitude that we have for our family. And then the other one here that I really like a lot is if a man not if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? And so these are two verses that really impact me and really speak to me personally, because what it does is it challenges us to be better, to truly care for our family, and to how make sure that our family is taken care of. This is one of the reasons why we're preppers. We want to make sure that our family survives. So, I just wanted to share some personal insights with you, and some of the things. Cynthia and we get up in the morning a lot of times, and we have coffee together. And it was interesting this morning. We were sitting there talking about coffee, talking and everything, and we were asking each other, how can we do better at loving each other? What are some of the things that we need to work on personally to ensure the happiness of the other? And so, um, Cynthia is a pretty great wife, so I have to admit there's not too much that she needs to work on or anything like that. But I know that I've got my difficulties, and so she shared with me that she would like to see me pick up my stuff more. and care for the things. There was this tool sitting outside, and I've had it out there for a couple days, and it was starting to show some rust and everything like that. And so she said, "It'd be really good if you start picking up your stuff a lot faster." So, hey Kim, hey Chantel, how you guys doing? And so, um, and then other things is I know that I am not a morning person. And although you guys see me here in the morning and everything, like, oh wow, he's just raring to go and everything. No, I am not a morning person. And here's some insight. It was interesting this morning. Cynthia's feeling good today. And she has her good days and she has her bad days and everything. But today she's feeling good. And so she was up and she was just instantly cleaning. And I'm just waking up here and everything like that. And I'm just, again, until I get my coffee in me and, sit there and, kind of wake up and, I slowly wake up and everything. Um, she was just all busy cleaning stuff up and doing this and doing that. And I found myself getting irritated because doggone it, she's cleaning and I'm just trying here to make coffee and stuff. And it hit me with all that's going on in her life, especially with the PMR, is there's days that she doesn't get out of bed and everything. And instead of me being cranky and everything, because I started to feel myself starting to get cranky and you're cleaning and I'm not awake yet and all this other stuff. I stopped myself and really had a moment of gratitude. And in that moment, what I was doing was, hey, she's actually up. She's actually moving around and everything. And instead of being grumpy, then why not you be grateful that she's up and moving around and feeling good? We're going to go to church this morning, and she hasn't been able to go to church much recently because she's been, just in bed, and so it's literally hard for her to get out of bed, hard for her to take a bath, hard for her to comb her hair, all this other stuff. It's a massive chore. And she literally at times cannot do it. And so she was cleaning and everything. And instead of getting grumpy, I started having that moment of gratitude. And that moment of gratitude was like, hey, she's up, she's running around, she's doing stuff. Why aren't I grateful? And so kind of a real epiphany. And I think that's something that we should start doing, is start looking for the things that we're grateful for in our spouses and in our family and everything, because again, our family is the most important thing. And the part of providing, because again, here in Timothy it talks about, but if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he is denied the faith and is worse than the infidel. Well, providing, I think part of that providing thing is also being grateful, providing that gratitude and thinking about that. And so, this morning, instead of starting to get grumpy and all that, I really started to change the state of mind and really think about it and say, you know what? I'm grateful that she's up here cleaning. I'm grateful that she's doing these things, even though it's kind of getting on my nerves because I'm not awake yet. But I'm grateful that she is up, because these last several months, she hasn't been able to do things like that. And so she has her good days, she has her bad days. And so I'm very grateful that Cynthia was up and kind of doing her little cleaning thing and everything as I'm trying to make coffee in the percolator because my stinking French press broke yesterday. And so something that I really just want to challenge you guys with is, and again, I'm speaking to husbands and to wives, is to really start providing that gratitude towards each other, because your wife or your spouse is the most important thing in your life. And so often we will put the kids first, or the job first, or this first, or that first. And what we really need to be doing is actually putting our spouse first. And so I want to really encourage you guys this week. Here's a challenge to you. start looking for those moments of gratitude and start being grateful for the things that your husband or wife does, and being grateful that they're doing them. And look for the small things. Again, Cynthia was cleaning the house and just picking up things and everything. And the reason she does that too is it just kind of makes her crazy to see, a kind of shoveled up kitchen, or this, that, or the other. And she was picking some stuff up outside and found that tool that I left on the table, and it was starting to get a little rusty and everything like that. And so I'm grateful that one, she's able to get up and do these things, but two, she's cleaning up the place and making it look better, and doing things for our family. And it means a lot to me. And so, especially in these days when there's days she can't do these things. So I really want to challenge you guys this week is to look for the small gratitudes, look for those small blessings that our spouses give to us. And it's giving, and it's giving out of love, even though, like Cynthia, it makes her brain crazy because folks are, the kitchen's dirty, or that's or that. But and then something else is look for times, and this is something again that Cynthia and I have done for a long time, is we get up and we have coffee together. And so we spend those few moments in the morning time to center ourselves, reconnect with ourselves, wake up, and what are we going to do today? What challenges, what goals, what things are we going to do today? And especially like with Cynthia, with everything that's going on in her life and everything with the polymyalgia rheumatica, PMR. um, she really has limited spoons. And if you have somebody who has kind of a chronic disease or something like that, Google or look on YouTube. It's called the spoon theory, and it's really, really great. And so there's days that Cynthia just doesn't have any spoons and everything, or she's going to spend some spoons to do some stuff. And so, look at these things and start challenging yourself to be grateful for the things that your spouses are doing. Because, like in Cynthia's case, there's days that she can't do stuff, and so recognize those things, recognize the giving that they're doing, and understand that that is a gift of love. And again, so why is this a prepper thing? Because when times are getting hard, and folks, like it or not, SHTF is headed our way in a big time fashion. I really see this perfect storm out there. And if we're not working together as a strong united front, the husband and the wife, then how are we going to get through that storm? And again, I look back at Noah and his wife and his family and everything, some of the crap that they went through and stuff. Same thing with us. We need to right now, specifically now, start really cementing those bonds again, start really working together to forge those unities, and start learning to work together as a team, and be really loving to each other, be grateful for each other, to start looking for those small blessings and everything. Hey Holly, how you doing? And so it's like what Kim says. Yes, it's the it's the small things sometimes are the best things that make our day better or easier. And she's totally correct. And so really, really work hard this week at looking at the small blessings that your spouse gives to you, because it's another form of love. Even though they're not saying, hey, I love you, Cynthia's picking up the house and everything like that, even though she feels like crap. And she's doing these things out of love. And so start looking for the gratitude, start being grateful. And like in my case, there's days that Cynthia can't do anything. So but today's verse is, it is First Timothy 5:8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he's denied the faith and is worse than the infidel. And so look for, provide for his own, that gratitude, that love, those little blessings that our spouses give to each other, and really work hard at creating a united front, so that when SHTF does take place, you are stronger, you are better, you are doing what you need to do and everything. Because a husband or wife, there is no stronger thing that when a husband and wife comes together, that they can basically accomplish anything that they put their minds to. And so it's a great thing. And then especially for those of us who are Christians, when a husband and wife are united, we also are united in Christ. And so not only do we have each other, but we have Christ also then with us. And when Christ is with us, who can be against us? And so that's kind of my little mini sermonette this morning. I just thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, ring that little bell so you get notified. And just know it, I really appreciate you guys showing up, coming in here this morning. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Chantel. And thank you, Holly. And anybody else who's watching right now, I just want to thank you for being part of our wonderful community. And what else here? Next week, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be doing a Zoom class on creating alternate forms of income. Yeah, so it's going to be free to y'all. It's just part of me giving to you and being able to try to help you guys better and be more, uh, have more foundation, more things positive towards you so that you can start doing these things now versus later when SHTF happens. So look forward for that class when I finally put the Zoom link out there. Make sure that you sign up for it or whatever it is I need to do for Zoom to make sure that you guys sign up or all that. So, but thank you so much. Let's see here. The older I get, the more of a morning person I become. Was up at 5 and typical for me. Yeah, Kim, I do tend to get up, and what I do when I get up, I have my morning routines, and it's your morning routines that help you set your day. And so I do my core four, which is again brain, body, being balance, and I work on those things. I'm a big Tony Robbins fan, and so I usually will watch a Tony Robbins or we'll listen to a Tony Robbins. Cynthia likes Tony Robbins as well, so we'll sit there as we're having our coffee and have a do some morning motivation with Tony Robbins and things. Get set our day right and everything. So it's the little things, but yeah, if I have to get up and I don't really have my time to myself to wake up, there's times I tend to be a little grumpy and everything. And so, and then it was like I said this morning, I didn't get up in time, and Cynthia was up cleaning already and everything, and I was just being a little grumpy and stuff. And instead of being grumpy, I instead turned that around and was grateful that she was up. So but that's everything that I can think of. Again, I thank you so much for tuning in and being part of this wonderful community. We love you guys very much, and we want to try to give as much as we can to you and help you any way that we can. And hopefully, our videos and coffee with Ray in the morning does help you get your day started as well. So, but do us a favor, keep us in prayer. It's a wonderful Sunday morning. It is Labor Day weekend, so make sure you spend some time with your family and really make that time special. Because again, special times is what makes a family stronger. So, Raymond Moore, Kilted Prepper. We'll see you. Goodbye. God bless, and Kilt on.